What if the thing blocking your money isn't the economy, your job, or your skills? What if it's fear? And what if fear is not something you manage, but something you can stop right now? And what if money is not something you chase, but something you command instantly? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear may challenge the way you've been thinking about fear and money your entire life. Most people believe fear is natural. They say, "Of course I'm afraid. The world is uncertain. Bills are real. The future isn't guaranteed." So they tolerate fear. They manage it. They cope with it, but they never question it. Florence Scovel Shinn taught something radically simple. She said, "Fear is misplaced faith." Read that again in your mind. Fear is faith in the wrong direction. When you fear losing money, you are imagining loss with conviction. When you fear not having enough, you are rehearsing lack with emotion. When you fear failure, you are emotionally investing in the very outcome you don't want. Fear feels defensive, but it is deeply creative. It paints pictures in the subconscious, and the subconscious does not argue. It accepts. Imagine your mind like a camera. Whatever you focus on with emotion, it photographs. And whatever it photographs repeatedly becomes familiar. And what becomes familiar feels real. Now think about your relationship with money. Do you think about it calmly, or do you feel a slight tightening in your chest? A quiet background worry? A low-level tension when you open your banking app? That tension is not about numbers. It's about identity. Somewhere along the way, many of us learned that money is stressful, that it's hard, that it slips away, that it belongs to other people. And without realizing it, we began fearing money instead of directing it. Florence said, "Your word is your wand." In modern language, this means your internal dialogue is your steering wheel. If every day you say, "I'm bad with money," your subconscious does not debate you. It organizes around that statement. If you say, "I can't afford it," with resignation, your nervous system memorizes limitation. You are not commanding money. You are surrendering to fear. To stop fear now does not mean pretending you have no responsibilities. It does not mean ignoring reality. It means refusing to emotionally energize the worst-case scenario. Let's make this practical. Picture two people with the exact same income. Person A constantly says, "This isn't enough. I'm behind. I'm stressed." Person B says, "This is what I have. I'll direct it wisely. I am capable." Same numbers, different atmosphere. Over time, person B sees opportunities person A cannot see. Why? Because fear narrows vision. Calm expands it. Fear says, "There isn't enough." Calm says, "What can I do with what I have?" Fear freezes. Calm moves. Florence often spoke about non-resistance. She said, "What you resist persists." When you resist your current financial situation with panic and shame, you tie yourself to it emotionally. You become entangled. But when you look at it without drama, you loosen the knot. Stopping fear is not loud. It is quiet. It is a decision. It sounds like this internally: I refuse to panic. I refuse to rehearse loss. I refuse to speak defeat over my finances. This is where commanding money begins. Commanding money does not mean controlling external events. It means controlling your inner atmosphere. Money responds to clarity. Clarity responds to calm. If your mind is constantly scattered with fear, you cannot make clean decisions. You delay, you avoid, you overspend emotionally, or you hoard anxiously. Neither is power. Power is direction. Think of money like water. If you panic around water, you splash wildly. If you are calm, you guide it. You pour it where it needs to go. You conserve it when necessary. You allow it to flow when appropriate. Fear creates leaks. Calm creates channels. Florence said to cast your burden. In modern terms, that means stop carrying the emotional weight of imagined disaster. Yes, you may have debt. Yes, you may have uncertainty. But fear does not pay bills. Clarity does. When you stop fear now, you interrupt the emotional spiral. You say, "This number does not define me. This moment is not permanent. I can learn. I can adjust. I can grow." Your nervous system shifts. And when your nervous system shifts, your behavior shifts. When behavior shifts, outcomes eventually shift. There is nothing mystical about this. It is psychological. It is behavioral. And it is powerful. Around this point, I want you to pause for a second. If this perspective is already shifting something inside you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to The Shinn Way, because this channel is about practical calm, not hype, not fantasy, just grounded inner power you can apply in real life. Now, let's go deeper. Commanding money instantly does not mean money appears instantly. It means your authority appears instantly. Authority is internal. It is the moment you stop speaking like a victim of circumstance. It is the moment you stop saying, "Money controls my mood," and start saying, "I control my mind." Florence emphasized expectancy. What are you expecting? Be honest. When you think about your financial future, what image forms automatically? Do you see growth? Or do you see struggle? Most people unconsciously expect struggle because struggle feels realistic. But expectation is rehearsal. If every day you rehearse difficulty, you train your perception to notice obstacles first. If you rehearse possibility, you begin noticing openings. This does not mean blind optimism. It means disciplined imagination. Imagine you are planting seeds. Fear plants weeds. Calm plants intention. Both grow. You cannot plant weeds all day and demand roses. Stopping fear now means uprooting the weeds as soon as they appear. Not tomorrow, now. When you catch yourself saying, "What if I lose everything?" replace it immediately. "What if I handle everything?" When you think, "I'm terrible with money," interrupt it. "I am learning to direct money wisely." Notice the difference. The first set of statements weakens you. The second strengthens you. Florence believed in speaking with authority, not pleading, not begging. Authority is calm. It does not shout. It declares. In practical terms, commanding money looks like this. You sit down with your finances without dread. You look at the numbers without flinching. You make a plan without emotional chaos. You refuse to catastrophize. You choose one constructive action, one phone call, one budget adjustment, one skill improvement. Fear wants everything solved instantly. Calm handles what is in front of it. Think about this carefully. Money amplifies who you already are. If you are fearful with little, you will be fearful with more. If you are calm with little, you will be calm with more. So the real work is not increasing numbers first. It is increasing steadiness. Florence often shared stories of people who shifted their inner conversation and watched their circumstances rearrange. When your internal narrative changes, your external decisions follow. You negotiate differently. You apply for opportunities you once avoided. You stop underpricing yourself. You stop accepting less than you deserve. Not from arrogance, from clarity. Fear shrinks you. Calm stabilizes you. Authority expands you. Sometimes we hold on to fear because it feels responsible. We think if we worry enough, we are being cautious. But worry is not strategy. Worry is repetition of worst-case imagination. Strategy is clear thought. Stopping fear now does not make you reckless. It makes you resourceful. It frees mental space. It allows creativity. And creativity is deeply connected to income. Opportunities are often invisible to anxious minds, but they are obvious to steady ones. Commanding money instantly begins with commanding your focus. Where is your focus right now? On lack or on possibility? On past mistakes or on present choices? Florence taught that the game of life is mental, and the rules are simple. What you consistently affirm with feeling becomes your direction. So let's be direct. Say this internally. I release fear. I choose clarity. I direct my money with wisdom. Not once, repeatedly. Not mechanically, but intentionally. Feel the difference in your body when you say it slowly. There is space. There is steadiness. There is power. Money is not emotional. We are. And when we remove the emotional turbulence, we see it for what it is: a tool, a resource, a reflection of choices. You do not need to dominate money. You need to lead yourself. And leadership begins with self-command. If fear arises tomorrow, and it will, do not argue with it. Do not dramatize it. Simply say, I see you, but you are not directing me. Return to clarity. Return to authority. Return to expectation of growth. This is how you stop fear now. This is how you command money instantly. Not by forcing outcomes, but by aligning your inner atmosphere with steadiness instead of panic. Over time, this changes everything. And here is the quiet truth. When you no longer fear money, you no longer chase it desperately. And when you move strategically, you move strategically. So the real command is not over money. It is over your mind. If this message resonated with you, and you're ready to build calm authority in your financial life, subscribe and stay connected to the Shinn Way. Because this journey is not about quick fixes. It's about lasting inner power. And it begins the moment you decide to stop fear now.